Boy, those fives and sixes are just coming up every time you say something.
I know.
5 number or 6 number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a secret.
Yeah, on this side over here.
Like I said, I was definitely over years.
Where do you want to go up there?
Last couple, my allergies just kicked in.
I know. Well, yeah, you can't get out once you're in anyway. It's a theater in the room. Okay.
I threw my nose.
I'm so sorry.
Grab it quick, grab it quick. That's yesterday.
It's a very good spot. Oh, thank you.
I wasn't sure we went to the box. I was sure if you went to
Well, I made them because my seats, so I didn't stand out there and wait.
Yeah. Well, we got here just global 3730.
Hello, everybody! Thank you so much for being here tonight. We really are excited about our special event and this wonderful acoustic concert that we're doing tonight. There are a few announcements, but before that, I do want to let you know that this is the Riverside Community Place. If you have not been here before, welcome, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We've been, as an organization, around since 1925.
Wow.
So it's one of the longest running, continuously operating community theaters in the United States. So we're pretty proud of that. And we encourage you to come back and see our theatrical productions. So now that you're in the building, you know how to get here. A few announcements here. First and foremost, we're going to be selling snacks at intermission outside in the lobby. I mean, just outside on the patio. But there's no food or drinks in here inside, okay? Please pay attention to your closest emergency exits where the green signs are. But we do ask that you not go out this way, as you will not be able to escape. Okay? So this way or this way? Not this way. Okay? Either way. There's no recording of any kind during the performance, okay? Except for the authorized version over here, which is being done by the performers, okay? So we ask, on behalf of the performers who have asked us to ask you, please no recording and no photography, that sort of thing, because it's very disruptive to their performance. Was that a problem? Or just a heckle? Okay. We have lots of cool things going on tonight, besides the performance and the snacks. There's also the silent auction. I've been asked to let you know that that's going on out there. We'll be continuing with that during intermission. So please check out the items. There's some cool stuff out there, including tickets and coffee and pedicure set and some wine, you know, some cool yummy things. And also this really cool thing, if you know any little people, there's a cool kids music and imagination basket out there as well. So check all those things out. And at the end of intermission is when the last bid will be taken. So don't push each other down. Be nice. Put your bids in. We really appreciate it. This is, as I said, a fundraiser. We are trying to raise funds so that we can paint the outside of our building this year. It's quite expensive. So we're looking to raise about $8,000, and I know we're not going to do that with our $10 tickets tonight. We did try to keep that price down in the hopes that that would then encourage you to maybe get out your checkbook and spend your extra money in a donation way. If you would like to make a donation, you can come see me and or Sheila in the lovely orange, or Miss Catherine on the end over here, and we can find out how you would like to be listed in the program and all that good stuff. Okay. We're really excited to have Kelly McGuire here. He's a local artist who is fantastic. I've known him for a really, really long time, though he's very young. But he's worked with so many great people, and he's a marvelous musician and songwriter. I know you're going to enjoy him tonight, and he's maybe going to bring out some friends. So with a big round of applause, I'd like to introduce Kelly McGuire.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I needed the shelter of someone's arms, and there you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs, and there you were, with sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotions. I want to stop and thank you, baby. Well, I just want to stop and thank you, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. But everything I did was just a bore. All the things I've done seems I've done them before. You brighten up for me all of my days. Love so sweet in so many ways. I won't stop and thank you, babe. I just want to stop and thank you, babe. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. And it feels so fine. This is cool. It's like a living room concert with 90 more people. Thanks for coming out and spending your Saturday with me here at Riverside Community Players. How many people have never been here before?
Few.
Right. You got to come out to a play. They do some great things. I come to all of them. My wife Andrea is in the box office, works the box office and the ticketing. So I've been to a lot of really cool things here. Again, thanks for coming out, spending your Saturday here. And I know with the gas prices, that's, you know, I went to the station today and they offered financing. So I put a tank of gas on layaway and back. I'm a singer-songwriter, grew up in Detroit, moved out to California, so I have a weird mix of Motown music and Eagles type things. So we're going to take you on a little journey, doing about 18 songs for you today. So that's what, 55 cents a song. So if you don't like one, I'll get some change. I'm going to do some of my songs, and we got some special guests coming up, so you can see a lot of other microphones that we set up for some cool people that are going to come out. And do some of my songs and some cool cover songs and some stories and things. So hope you enjoy the journey. I'm going to do a few by myself and then bring out some people. About 1999, I flew to Michigan and I bought my sister's Honda Odyssey van and then drove it to Nashville and brought some of my songs and knocked on some doors, and I knew some people, so I brought some of my more country songs to Nashville and see if I could get someone to record them. So that was interesting. Nothing really happened, but I met some cool people, and it was a good experience. And I drove, what, a couple thousand miles in the Honda Odyssey and listened to 4 books on tape. So I'm going to play a couple of those, and one of the songs I wrote, there's an artist named Brian White who had a few hits, and then I went to his office and pitched this song. And they didn't take it, but I thought it was cool, so I'll play it for you. I finally found me somebody that I want to hold on to. She's got the double-take looks and outstanding personality. The problem is there's a certain kind of element that takes what don't belong to them. So I'll do everything I can to make them understand that they're in a game they can't win. Nobody's gonna steal you away from me. I've got your love locked up. I'm gonna throw away the key. If I have to take you to the moon in a homemade rocket to keep you away from the love pickpockets, I will. I'll do what it takes, I will. Make no mistake, 'cause I will. I'll do whatever I can, I will. True love means nothing to a thief of the heart. Only interested to see if they can break us apart. Nobody's gonna steal you away from me. Got your love locked up. I'm gonna throw away the key. If I have to take you to a place like a remote island, far enough to keep them from trying, I will. Do what it takes, I will. Make no mistake, 'cause I will. Whenever I can, I will. I shouldn't have gone to the dollar store and got the 3-hour energy drink. Should have spent an extra $1.
Got the 5-hour.
People that have come to my shows know it's sarcastic humor, so I apologize if you heard these jokes 17 times. I was sitting in the living room of my house about 2000, and it was fall, it was November, and the leaves on the tree outside were falling down, so I thought I'd write a love song about that incorporated the leaves, and just kind of as a memory that reminds you about someone. So I wrote a song called November Leaves. I hope you like this one. The trees are turning into a November painting. The days are shorter, and that chill's in the air. I'm feeling nostalgic, my thoughts are in Denver. Days like today still take me there, where we met and we touched and we fell like the leaves, and every like the November leaves, I'm falling for her, I'm falling for her again. I wake up before sunrise to my coffee and paper. I watch her lay sleeping, kiss her soft angel face. I'll drive to work smiling, and as the sun hits the horizon, I can look out my window and still see the day where we met and we kissed and we fell like the leaves. And every November makes me remember all the old feelings as if they were new. And I rediscover how much I still love her. All of my wishes are still coming true. So like the November leaves, I'm falling for her, I'm falling for her again. Through every season that changes, I haven't changed my mind. My feelings for her are frozen in time, like the snow high on the mountain when we were in Denver, and we fell like the leaves. And every November makes me remember all the old feelings as if they were new. And I rediscover how much I still love her, and all of my wishes are still coming true. So like the November leaves, I'm falling for her, I'm falling for her again. Again. Thank you so kindly. When I was in Nashville, my friend Billy's going to come out. My vocal coach friend Billy's going to come out, and he had hooked me up with a vocal coach in LA by the name of Seth Riggs, and I went to see Seth take some lessons. I only took about 6 because he was $200 an hour. So I said, what can you teach me in about 3 minutes? But Seth was also Faith Hill's vocal coach for a while. So he hooked me up with Faith Hill, and I went to Nashville, and I went to, not hooked me up with Faith Hill. Management. And I went to Nashville and brought some of my songs, and they really liked this one song that I did. As a kind of a story song about a girl dreaming. It's a 3-part type thing. It's called Box of Dreams. I hope you enjoy it. I decided to put it in the set Thursday, and I hadn't played it for about 4 years, so my 2-hour energy drink. Hopefully it'll kick in. From school to school, she was bounced around. family moved from town to town, but Daddy took the work where it was offered. It was hard to find and make new friends. She couldn't help but find herself in the books and magazines she read, kept in a box beside her bed. All her dreams were on the pages. At night she'd lay in bed and read and wish that they come true, that someday she'd have a house that she could call her home, with a picket fence around the yard, mailbox painted with her name, a place a family would be proud to own, like the kind you see in books and magazines. She'd saved inside her little box of dreams. These days $1 don't quite stretch. She'd never take a welfare check, so a waitress job puts her through school and rents a tiny downtown home. On Sunday mornings after church, she walked the long way home to church. The sale signs on the property, she'd guess how much the price might be. It's hard to hope this long and not be disappointed. Sometimes late at night she reads to freshen up her dreams, that someday she'd have a house that she could call her home, with a picket fence around the yard, mailbox painted with her name, a place a family would be proud to own, like the kind she saw in books and magazines. She'd saved inside her little box of dreams. Her mama called one Saturday, said her daddy passed away, and the only thing he left them both was a shiny little key of gold. The bankman says you'd be surprised how much your daddy left behind. He saved 40 years for a rainy day, but he died before he found the rain. In the safe she found her daddy's final letter. She cried a tear when she read the words for her. He said, I never gave you much and could have loved you better. Sorry that it took this long to get what you deserve, that someday you'd have a house that you could call your own, a picket fence around the yard, a mailbox painted with her name, a place a daughter would be proud to own, like the kind you see in books and magazines. I only wish I'd lived a day to see what I'd saved for in my little box of dreams.
And so the song sits there on my shelf. But I hope you enjoyed that one. It's a little story song, a little bit sad on the end, but you know, we're taking the whole roller coaster trip today. Right now I'm going to bring out a couple of my friends. I'm bringing out a guitar player and percussionist, so Mike and Chad, if you'd come out. To my right, playing guitar, and we've had a long relationship of doing gigs together and playing music. There's nobody better that I could call upon on these types of situations than my friend Mike Gagan on guitar. And back here in percussion, from Redlands, and we've had a chance to play together for a few years. And still to this day, he's the only percussionist that I've seen to get a standing ovation. A drum set player, an inventor, great percussionist from Redlands, Chad Patrick. So in 1969, I was in a bedroom with my brother and was exposed to all kinds of music, which I'm sure if you have brothers and sisters, a lot of times you get music through osmosis. That's what they listen to. And of course my brother dominated the stereo, because in 1969 your stereo was it. So he had a cool stereo, I was not allowed to touch it. But I got a lot of just different kinds of music, and there are albums that come on today that I can sing every word, and the only reason is because my brother played them endlessly. And we used to listen to the radio late at night, little transistor radio, and catch the Motown stations in Detroit. There was one song that he played by a group, and the group's called Blind Faith. And Blind Faith was fronted by a young singer named Steve Winwood. And I've always loved Steve Winwood's voice. He's just been a legend, and every time his voice comes on, I go, I wish I could sing like that guy. So, we're going to give a song a try here and hope you like it. It's the first time I've played it. And this kind of goes out in the air to my brother. Come down off your throne, leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I have waited here so long. Somebody holds the key, and I'm near the end, and I just can't find the time. And I'm wasted, and I can't find my way home. Come down on your own and leave your body alone. Somebody holds the key. You are the reason I have waited here so long. Somebody must change, and I'm near the end, and I just can't find the time. And I'm wasted, and I can't find my way home. April 17th, 1973, the Eagles came out with their second album. Some of you probably know that my cousin is Glenn Frey from the Eagles, one of the founding members of the Eagles. So I grew up with that music as well as the Motown music in my blood, in my background. But along about February of that year, 1973, my cousin visited the house and brought a kind of pre-production album, this new album, concept album, and they called it Desperado. And it was an album about the kind of the Doolin Dalton gang and Western type theme. It was their least selling album, which is probably only, what, up to about 13 million now. My least selling album has gone foil. This is sales in about the 1,000 area. It had so many great songs on it, and it had this Western theme and this kind of thread that ran through it about gunfighting and the Doolin Dalton gang and all those kinds of struggles. So we're going to do a song that was kind of buried on the album, but it's a fantastic song written by Bernie Leadon, who played banjo in the Eagles at that time. This is called Bitter Creek.
I was young, so unsure. I try any ill to find a cure. An old man told me try to scold me
Mike said, I think it was like Tuesday or something last week, let's do Bitter Creek. I'm like, that's cool, I know that song, and then I got it out, it had like 52 chords in it.
But you soldiered on. And I salute you for that.
Of course, the Beatles, a huge influence on all musicians, I think. Actually, my mom had taken my older sister and brother and Glenn Fry, who turned out to be the founder of the Eagles, to a Beatles concert. His family couldn't afford the tickets. My mom generously offered some tickets to see the Beatles in Detroit. And apparently he was there and just jaw on the floor was saying, wow, that's really cool, that's what I want to do with my life. And from then on he took up piano and guitar and wrote songs. So he kind of credits my mom for part of his career. But the Beatles are a huge influence. They got a zillion songs. So how do you pick a Beatles song to do? You just throw a dart at their song list, and it's going to be good.
Yeah, you're really going to win with that.
Yeah. Let's try this one. It's just a wonderful song, one of my favorites. Mike and I played it a couple years ago at a Beatles event with one of the producers of the original Magical Mystery Tour album.
Yeah, that's when we started.
Yeah, so like the guy that was there with Paul McCartney, and we decided to play this song.
Yeah, and he didn't laugh at us. He
yeah.
I'll blow.
There you go.
If you saw my
you know, you can't have a good band at all without a good rhythm section. And doing the whole rhythm section thing with a suitcase for a bass drum. This is pretty cool. This is a lot of fun. Thanks for coming out again. Just getting warmed up. One of my favorite songwriters is a man by the name of Jimmy Webb. And along the time that I found the guitar in the closet that was given to my dad on Christmas, and he didn't play. So it was about 1968, I think, this song came out. The guitar is a 1965. I brought it. It's the very first guitar over here in the stand, Sunburst.
Cool.
That was given to my dad, and I found it and took it out and started messing around with it about that time. And this song came on the radio, and I couldn't play it. It was too sophisticated, but the power of it and the sophistication of the chords and just the melody and the voice really struck me, and it stuck with me for a long time. And incidentally, where's Uncle Rich? Uncle Rich is up here. This song was partially written in the music room at San Bernardino Valley College.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, and we'd like to try it for you. Jimmy Webb song.
I'm a lineman for the county. I drive the road, searching in the sun for another overload. Hear you singing in the wires. I can hear you in the whine. Wichita line is still on the line. No, I need a small vacation, but it don't feel like rain. And if it snows, that stretch down south won't ever stand the strain. And I need you more than want you. And I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman still on the line. And I need you more than you. And I want you for all time. In the Wichita line.